Is Thursday, February 8th, 2018. My name is Bill McCamley. I am a state representative from Las Cruces and Mesilla here in New Mexico with your legislative update for the day. We have 1 week left in the legislative session, and things are starting to get busy around here. We passed, 17 bills. You can see from here and here through the House of Representatives today. Remember, everything that gets put in one house, the House or the Senate, has to go through both houses. So if stuff starts not getting through the one house or the other into the other house by now, it starts getting really rough in terms of having enough time to get your bills go through. So what are some of the things that we passed today? Well, one of them was mine. It was a bill to give $1.8 million to various drinking water systems throughout the state. It's a bill that we do every year. It comes from an oversight committee that I did called the Mexico Finance Authority. And systems that want this money have to go through a process where they go through a committee. The committee decides what the real priorities are, and they give that money out. And they're all throughout the state. That got through the House. Now it has to get through the Senate. There's no discussion on it. Everyone understands that this is almost a formality. But if we don't pass it through the House and the Senate and the governor doesn't sign it, then these communities do not get their money. And a lot of times they use that money to match federal programs, because federal programs will give you money, but only if you have a stake and some skin in the game, and that's what this provides. A couple of examples of some of the other things we did today. We actually passed a fee that would be put onto pet food in order to provide for spay and neuter programs in communities around the state. Obviously, this is a huge issue in my hometown of Doña Ana County. It's a huge issue everywhere in the state, and trying to find money to provide for low-cost or no-cost spay and neuter programs is an issue, and people figured, hey, if we just ask for a little bit more from every bag of dog food, every can of cat food, whatever that you buy, that can help fund that process. I voted for that. I think it's a good idea. We need to do a better job on those types of programs. One other example of the type of things that we passed today was setting up an authority for ex-military bases. This is really specifically set up for Roswell, where they have the old Walker Air Force Base, which was shut down in the late 50s or early 60s, and like half of the population of Roswell went away. They've been building back up ever since, and they've got a lot of they've got a lot of repair programs for aircraft that are there. If you go out to that airport, they have the old military bomber base, so it's really, really big, right? And these planes land, they get refurbished, they get repainted, and by companies, and then they put those planes back into service. So they want to expand those operations over there, and we're giving local governments the opportunity to set up some fees and expand some of the programs they have in that area. That's a really, really good example of what we need to be doing for local economic development here in the state. What are we doing that's right, that is working, and how do we boost those things to be better? And I think that's really, really important. So those are some of the things that we're working on that are going through the House right now. The budget is being figured out over on the Senate side. We expect it to be back pretty soon and have that up to the governor's desk, as well as a lot of the capital expenditures that each legislator has been working on for their own communities. We expect that bill to be done fairly soon as well. We're going to be meeting through the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be back at you tomorrow and through the weekend with updates as things start to speed up around here. As always, thanks for watching this. If you have questions, comments, or concerns on these or any other issues, I'd love to hear from you, and hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks.